So when it comes to Elden Ring, runes are essential because you need them to make purchases and you also need them to level up. And to level up high, you need a lot of them. So in this video, I'll show you a method where you can make 1 million runes in 24 minutes with no fighting needed. Here, I'm just going to play it out for you one time and you can see by the math, it is essentially 700 runes per second. And you can do this as early as after Act 1 of the game. So you'll be able to do this pretty much right after the first area, and you can do it for the rest of the game. And as you can see there, that little sequence right there, 11,000 runes. So if you enjoy our content or this video, please consider subscribing and adding a like. And if you would like to see more content from us, you can just click on the link in the description below or the card above, and you'll see all the RPG content we've been doing all year long on the channel. So let's begin by looking at the detail method breakdown so you can do this consistently and do it right every time. I'll also go for the location after this part, but the equipment you're going to need is a longbow and just some arrows. So once you figure out how to get to the spot, which I'll show you later, you want to get to right here where I marked it with the message. You want to shoot the arrow from this spot. And you also want to shoot it while holding L1 so you get into the zoom in mode. And you want to aim it right at the back of the crow, alright? Once he's turned around and walk away from you, shoot him right in the back. It's gotta be in the back. You don't want to shoot him in the head. If you shoot him in the head, it doesn't work. So shoot him in the back after he has turned. And make sure as the arrow hits, stay in zoom mode. And shoot it from the spot I already showed you, but stay in zoom mode. And just don't shoot any more arrows. Just focus on him, watch him, and he's gonna fall off. And when he falls off, you can go back to the site of grace and then just tap it, and it will immediately refresh. And the crow will pop right back up. And as you can see, the other guy also knows what he's doing. So this sequence usually takes about 11, 12 seconds, depending how fast you are. Maybe 10 if you go real fast. But each time is 11,000. So essentially, you can't really beat this, especially consider you can do this right after the first main boss. So after area 1, you can do this the entire rest of the game. So the location of the spot is right here. And I'll show you how to unlock and get here. Because that process is a little bit complicated because this is meant to be a secret area in the game. So step 1, you have to first beat Godric in the first section of the game. So make sure you defeat him first. And after you have done that, you'll be able to get to the secret location. So step 2, after you've defeated Godric, go back to the first grace where you show up. And you want to talk to this guy. So go back to the first step. Grace, and you talk to him. He's no longer there. At the beginning of the game, he's not there. Now he's telling you to go to Rose Church. So to go to Rose Church, you want to keep traveling northwest from that spot. So you keep all the way out, go into past the first area, get into the Lernia Lake, and then you keep going northwest. And right there, that's where the church will be. And once you get to the church, you should arrive to the entrance, and you'll be able to see the guy that we need to talk to. And make sure you answer they didn't seem right when you get to respawn. So you gotta say that, otherwise this doesn't work. So make sure it says they didn't seem right. And then he's gonna give you some bloody fingers, and then you're gonna use these fingers to invade other players. You don't have to be successful in the invasion, you just gotta do this 3 times. So make sure you at least do this 3 times. Because once you've done it 3 times, you can come back to the Rose Church and you can talk to him again. And that should trigger another response where you say, anoint me. And after you answer that, he's going to give you a Lord of Blood's favor, and you're supposed to dye this cloth in Maiden's blood. So the next step is to find a Maiden. And from here, you want to leave the Rose Church and go a little bit more northwest and get to the 4 Bellfires, which is kind of northwest-ish from the Rose Church. And once you get there, you want to go all the way up the hill into the Site of Grace, all the way up top. And from there, you just gotta turn around and go to one of these, I guess, huge sanctum kind of pillar area, and you want to open this treasure chest, and it's gonna give you a stonewards key. So if you don't have one with you, you can take one of the stone keys right there, and then from there you want to kind of hop down and make sure you end up on this one to the left. You want to use this teleportation device, not the other ones. There's like a couple of these here, but you want to use this one to the left with that view, so make sure you get it right. And you want to unlock it, and then you're going to use that device, and that's actually going to take you to a place where you will be able to find a Maiden, and you can get her blood and dye the cloth. Now there's a little bit of a boss fight that triggers here. So once you go through the teleportation device, it's going to actually bring you back to the first area of the game where we first spawn, And as you go forward, you will activate this boss, which is the one at the beginning if you didn't kill it, or if you did kill it. But take him down. And once you've taken him down, you can go up the stairs, literally exactly where we first came from, back into that church. But there is that maiden on the left right here. This is the lady. And you want to dye the cloth with her. And then from here, you want to go back to the Rose Church. And then you can offer your finger. Make sure you offer your finger. And that's going to trigger him to give you the Pure Blood Knight's Meadow. Now, he's going to tell you not to use it, but you're going to use it. Because it's going to teleport to the area. It's going to teleport you to the area where we have to be. So go into your inventory, use it, and it's going to spawn you. Boom, underground. And you're going to spawn right where the red circle is. And from here, now the fight's going to be very difficult, so don't fight anything because they will literally kill you. If you go from area 1 to here immediately after you defeat Godric. So once you teleport to this underground area, follow this route, pick up the map, and then go all the way up here. Make sure you unlock this grave site. And that's going to give you 1 save point. So if you mess up the route, you can still teleport back here. But from here, this is what you're going to do. Don't fight anyone. And then just run. And then all the way up. These initial guys are pretty slow, so it's going to be okay. But as you get to here, you want to jump off. Now, you're going to take a little bit of damage from this. Not the end of the world. I suggest I get a horse because there's a wolf back there. He might chase you down. So you're going to get on your horse and start going left. Now, this is going to eliminate your ride because you're not allowed to ride horses here. Once you get to this point, take a potion if you need to, and then just keep going, leaning to the right. This is important because if you run on the right side here, you're not going to trigger any of these enemies. They literally won't see you. So just stick to the right, go alongside close to the wall, because anything will one-shot you here. So as you hug the wall, just keep going, and this next part is a little bit difficult. You might mess up a few times, but eventually you should get it done. So you keep going, and there's actually a CPU invasion that is triggered once you get around this area, and most likely that person will chase you down and kill you, but not before you get to the spot you need to go and activate the Site of Grace. So last time that's where I died. So you keep going, and you want to run past all these guys. Majority of them are asleep except that red ones, so but they're pretty slow. So if you can just run, dodge as you see fit. I barely survived there, but I got there. Keep dodging, and there's the Site of Grace you need. Make sure you touch that, and then at this point, if you're gonna get killed off, you're gonna get killed off. As you can see, I think I was being trailed here. I believe the invasion lady should get to here pretty soon, so just take this L. There's really no way you can survive this fight, especially if you get here like way earlier than you're supposed to. So you can try it, but yeah, just take that L. As long as you activate that point, you're good to go. And one key thing, to get out of this area, you have to tap R3 once you get into the map, because this is an underground area. So once you get back to the map, tap R3 into your right stick, or just tap the button that's going to put you above ground again in the map, and you'll be able to use other Sites of Grace to get out. So make sure you do that, otherwise you're going to kind of panic and feel like you can't get out. Just understand this is an underground area, so go to your map, activate above ground map view, and you'll be able to teleport right out of here to anywhere else you want to go. So if the crow don't drop off the cliff, which could happen sometimes, just quickly reset. So in this instance, you can see me shoot him in the back. I didn't stay in zoom mode, so that's one reason. So you see he just backs up. Once I see him do that, just don't even bother with him. Like, I shot out a couple of arrows out of frustration, but just get back to the point and do it again. But make sure you stay in zoom mode, so that should make him fall right off. And here you can see me get 200k runes doing this in just about 5 minutes. So this is a very effective way to power level. Especially usually when you finish the first area, maybe you're around level 20, level 30. And if you do this method right away after you have defeated Godric, which is very early in the game, you can get like 50 levels or 40 levels in really no time. So if you find yourself struggling with the later areas, or maybe you just find a spell or a sword that you really like, but you need 8,000 runes, you can just pop out here, do the crow thing, and you'll get 11,000 runes off the top. So this is way faster method than using the ball. And in case you're wondering where you can get like a longbow, if you don't know where to get one, if you go to the round table area, the twin ladies, kind of creepy witch ladies over there, they will sell you the longbow. And if you go teleport to the Church of Ella, you'll get as many arrows as you will ever need. So like, I don't know, pick up 400 or pick up 99. And you'll always have arrows. And with that, you'll be able to get 700 runes per second, 1 million runes in 24 minutes. Alright, so hopefully you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, leave in the comment section. As always, thanks for coming by. And we look forward to speak to you guys again very soon.